What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode. Um, I started some projects last week and didn't finish all of them. So today, I'm going to try to finish a couple of them and take you along for the ride. So let's get started. All right, so the first task at hand is need to put a new alternator and voltage regulator on the mower. Sorry about the noise, it's kind of loud out here. So anyway, I want to get started on that and get it done because I'm going to need to mow again here pretty soon, and if I have any problems or issues, I want to have time to kind of troubleshoot it. So we're going to start working on that. Also too, if you were watching the last video or last couple videos, I mentioned that I couldn't find the hammer. Look exactly where it is. Sitting right there. Been sitting right there the whole time, and I just walked right past it. Sometimes, just an idiot. Right, well, there's one job done. Super happy that it started. I did take a voltmeter and check the battery, and it was charged up to, I think, 13 volts, something like that. And while it was running, it was sitting at about 13.9. So I'm about 100% sure it's charging the battery now. So that's great. All right, now on to the next thing. So all the tools are now put away, which is awesome. And you know, the goal is I'm really gonna make an effort to try to keep this area clean and tools picked up and all that good kind of stuff. So anyway, now we're on to the next project, which I'll show you what we're going to do there. All right, so a long time ago, when I was actually living somewhere else, I put these lights up here on top of this workbench, which was great because really all I was using it was just to put the miter saw on. But I really like to use this table for an actual like kind of workbench, and it's on wheels. It's got casters on there so it can be rolled around. But the problem is I got these lights, you know, attached and plugged in, and they're attached to this switch, and then I wired up an outlet, but that was before I had this strip, you know, here put on. So I really don't need just that outlet right there. That row of there will work fine. And I'd like to actually put maybe an outlet somewhere else for this charging station that my fiance Cheyenne bought me for my birthday, and I haven't quite got all put together again. But it would be nice, you know, to have a place to plug that in for chargers and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, it kind of starts with this and getting this fixed up. Then that way I can move this table anywhere I want to and use it as a work table instead of utilizing the sawhorses all the time, you know, to try to put stuff together and all that. So anyway, well, let's get to work on that. All right, so now that's kind of cleaned up a little bit. So this outlet is up here for an old garage door opener that we don't have anymore. And so I think what I'm gonna do is run some Romex off of that, run it down this beam and over to where that support is. And then, I don't know, maybe set that up somewhere over there, and then it can plug into an outlet right up there. And I'll just use this outlet in this box right here because it's gonna be coming off of the workbench. So that's kind of the plan at the moment. Start working on it. All right, guys, so I took the lights off of the workbench, so now it can actually be more of a workbench. And then off of that original outlet, I ran some Romex over to another outlet, which now I can plug in the charging station to that outlet there. So I'm glad I got that done. And as you can see, that table was kind of up against that shelving unit, and see, I was able to move it out there very easy, nothing there. So now the next thing I need to do is I actually need to reconnect these outlet strips here, so that at some point in time, if I need them, I can plug them into this outlet so that those can have power if I'm running the, you know, miter saw or a sander or whatever. It's pretty convenient to be able to just plug it into the front of there. So that's the next step, is to get that wired up. All right, guys, so it's been a couple days, but I'm back to it, and I went ahead and wired up this extension cord here to the front, this little kind of power strip bar here, just so if I don't need power, I can just unplug it and I can just roll, you know, the workbench around. If I do need power, so like if I'm going to use the miter saw or sander or something, I can just take that and just plug it into this outlet up here, and then the workbench has power. Now, if I find that that doesn't work very well or doesn't work very good, What I might do is mount that that outlet bar, you know, somewhere, I don't know, somewhere up in here, I don't know, and then just keep it plugged into this outlet all the time. But we'll see. We're gonna try this first and see how that works. So now we need to get this charging thing put together and see what it looks like. So let's get to it. All right, so got this all set up, chargers, all the drills. Now it does come with some hangers that go on the edge, so like your drills and stuff like that, you can just, you know, hang them. But I'm gonna save those, and at some point, if I ever reconfigure all this stuff, then I'll hang it and then I'll put those on there. So, and also too, I added this little LED light right here. I found it and went ahead and wired it in on the DC side. It is a DC LED light, so went ahead and wired it in to my DC side. So got another little extra light if I need it. So yeah, getting things looking pretty good around here.